How not to start a photography business in 2023. In 2023, there are more shiny objects than ever that take you away from the nuts and bolts of starting a photography business. In this video, I'm going to help you clear that up, and I'll show you the 3 things to avoid whether you're just starting out or you are looking to grow your business. Hello, my name is Mike Lloyd. I am a professional boudoir photographer. I've been doing full-time photography since 2010 and teaching since 2012. I love business. I get to be creative, I get to explore and experiment and try new things, a lot of the same ways that I approach my actual photography, the art of what we do. There's definitely an art in business as well as a science. And because there are so many ways that we can play, new things to try, new social media platforms, new trends, new everything, it can feel really, really tough to just stay focused on a path. Like, how do you know what's working? How do you know when it's time to try something new? Should I jump on this thing? Will it be too late before I get there? It is way too easy to get distracted by all the shiny objects. So I'm gonna give you the 3 things to avoid to make sure you're not overlooking the things that actually matter. And for further information on all of this, be sure to check out my other video, How to Start a Photography Business in 2023. It'll be a great companion video to this one that teaches you what to avoid. So number 1, stretching yourself too thinly. Number 2, chasing vanity metrics. And number 3, undervaluing yourself. You might be thinking, well, cool, I know what all of that means, I'm good. Please stay with me, because I'm gonna give you a new way to look at these things and probably cover some things that you haven't thought of before. So let's dive into the first one, stretching yourself too thinly. I know when I got started, I really wanted to be that one entrepreneur that did everything himself, like Gary Vee, where I was the editor and I did all the marketing, the sales, and I did everything on my own so that I could be the champion and conquer everything. And it just wasn't sustainable. Like, it was cool when I was in my 20s and I had the energy to do all of that stuff. But as we get older, it is harder to grind day in and day out. And I don't recommend doing that no matter what age you are, but it's definitely tougher to do it nowadays. And I learned that by allowing other people to do some of the things that I'm doing and to not chase after all of the different things that I felt I should be doing, I got really good at the things I did stick with. It's one of the reasons that I only shoot my one lighting style, partially because I just love the dark and moody, this dramatic, elegant look. But also, I don't want to try to master natural light. I can do it, I'm good at it, but I don't want to be limited by sunlight. And again, just chasing more variables, introducing more things to the equation is spreading myself too thinly. I don't want to have to prepare for an AM shoot with sunlight and then an afternoon shoot with strobes. Or was that the other way around? What color sheets did that person want? Are we doing couples? Are we doing singles? I don't know. It's just too much. And when you're managing 4 different social media platforms and you're trying to do email and a Facebook group and you've got, a vendor weekend you're doing with a wedding fair in a month, or is that in 2 months? It is so much to manage on our own. It's really, really important to eliminate everything that isn't actually driving sales. And when you get started, you have no idea what that even looks like. That's why it's important to measure the right things so that you know if what you're doing is actually making a difference, or if it allows you to feel busy and productive, even though you're not actually growing your business. Because we can absolutely fill our days with tasks and things to do, and none of it is going to bring us any closer to running a profitable boudoir photography business. So learning how to ask for help is huge. And this could be outsourcing. This could be, hiring an intern. There's a ton of different ways that you can get help with what you do. I have an editor now. And originally I thought, I was doing same-day sales. And so it didn't make sense for me to hire an editor because they can't be on standby for that 90-minute window between when I have the shoot and when I need the photos back. Also, I don't even have enough time to upload the photos to someone and then download them again in that 90 minutes and actually have them worked on. So I did all my own editing to do same-day sales. And then I realized I can do multiple shoots in a day, multiple reveals in a day, and have someone else edit my photos in between. So I'm getting a lot more done in less time by doing time blocks in my schedule. And that is a whole other video if you want to learn more about time management. So getting other people to do the things that I've been doing allowed me to free up time so I could have days off and actually go on vacation and enjoy the things that I'm working so hard to afford. And also, my editor is way better than I ever was. I'm really good, but she is phenomenal when it comes to editing. And she loves it. So that's a win for everybody. Same with writing my email marketing. Now we have AI to help with that, but also you have to know what's effective and what kind of stuff works. Writing social media content. There is a ton of stuff that you can outsource and let someone else take off your hands that will either perform better than what you did or just free up your time so that you can enjoy living your life. All right, number 2 is chasing vanity metrics. This is huge. A lot of photographers think I can't do Instagram because it's going to take forever to get to 10,000 followers and no one will take me serious without that many followers. Or my email list is only 20 people. It's not even worth emailing anybody. I'll pay attention to it when I get 500 people on there. But those people who sign up for your email list or who follow you on Instagram want to see your content. So if you're not even going to write content for the ones who do want to see you, how do you expect to grow that channel? The number of followers or subscribers is neat to have, and it certainly can turn into more business. But I would rather have 100 people on my email list who actually read all my emails and book sessions with me than 10,000 who don't. Because the ones who are actually booking you are the ones that matter. And sure, it can look cool to have a ton of Instagram followers, but you can buy Instagram followers. And as of the recording of this video, which is May 2023, we can buy the blue check mark on our Instagram account now to make us seem more official. So all of that is a vanity metric, which means it's there because it looks cool, it'd be nice to have it, but it's not actually a metric that drives sales. And you might be thinking, well, I could get brand deals and sponsorships, and if I have a bigger following, then I can get more money from those things. And that used to be true, but now that it's so widely known that everyone can buy followers, brand sponsors look at engagement rate and audience activity. So you might notice some people have 10,000 followers, but they only get 5 comments on a post, or maybe they get 100 comments on every post, but it's like, great pick, nice job, share on whatever website. And none of them are actually real people engaging with the content. Because I get, approached every once in a while by an Instagram influencer who wants a free shoot in exchange for exposure. Well, that's not how any of this works. There are times I've done shoots with people who were actually influencers that turned into a ton of referral business. But if I'm going to look at someone's profile and see that no one actually responds to any of their questions, all their photos are just, them pretending to be influencers, and their title says public figure when they only have 1,000 followers, it's all vanity metrics. None of that actually drives sales. So how many people are actually booking you? What is your conversion rate? The number of people that you engage with compared to the ones who book you. Those are the things that matter. What's your average sale? That's super important. Your cost of doing business, really important. Those are the things that matter, not the number of Instagram followers you have. All right, and number 3 is undervaluing yourself. And photographers do this in a number of ways. 1, we don't charge enough. And this is, the most obvious way that most photographers do this. Because we think if we lower our prices, we'll get more people in the door to book us. And then we'll raise our prices once we get busier. But if you advertise yourself as a professional service, which we do, and then you tell people, I want to make professional services available to everyone at an affordable price. That is not a thing that professional services do. Doctors, unless they're volunteering in another country, won't operate on you and be like, I really want everyone to be able to have whatever surgery for $100. It's just not how it goes. Lawyers do the same thing. Any professional service should charge a professional price. And that's because of perceived value. Now, all value is perceived. It's why some people book us and some people don't. Some people think $100 is way too much for photography. Some people don't bat an eye at a $10,000 photo shoot. It's because we all have a different way of measuring how important something is to us. And if you don't price your work and position yourself in a way that says, my work is important and I care a lot about what I do, your clients won't either. You know, it's like when you're always offering deep discounts and extreme sales and buy one, get one, you're telling people that just wait for a sale. You're never going to have to pay full price for this. Like what Bed Bath & Beyond did, and now they're shutting down all their stores. So you have to actually price yourself in a way that tells people you're worth it. Because you can discount your stuff all you want, but you're only going to attract bargain hunters and people that don't actually care about what you do, and they're not going to spend money. And then photographers complain that no one wants to pay for photography services anymore, but really it's their fault for positioning their brand as a budget service. So charge what you need to charge to run a profitable business. Now, if you just picked up a camera for the first time 2 months ago and you don't know how to pose, you don't know lighting, you don't know how to be a professional photographer yet, cool, you're not going to be charging $5,000 a session. But you can build up your portfolio, you can build out a price list that allows people to pay real money for what you do, and you can ease your way into it. But I always recommend charging a little bit above what you think you should be and allowing people to decide whether or not they think it's worth it. And this is why it's cool to have a mentor and a business coach so that they can tell you, yes, you're ready for this level, or you should stay at this level until you can do this other thing here. Undervaluing yourself also goes with the way that you market. And I know I've talked about advertising deep sales and extreme discounts and things like that. But in your messaging, if you talk about how much fun you have in the photo shoots and how beautiful the photos are and how great all of your clients are, that's cool, but it's not the actual value of what we do as photographers. My clients come in here and book me because, you know, like yesterday's client, she's a single mom and she's lost a bunch of weight and she's finally at a place where she has financial stability and she wants to build a better relationship with her body because she's hated the way she looks for so long, and this was a way to celebrate that. If I advertise my services, this is an opportunity for you to come in and reconnect with that side of yourself that you've lost touch with for so many years, playing all these other roles in your life, but you have an opportunity to feel beautiful, to feel pretty again, to make a day all for yourself without feeling guilty because you're not just taking care of other people. You can charge way more for than just come in and take pretty pictures. We have a ton of fun. I love my clients. There's a huge difference there. I had a client a couple weeks ago come in because she was about to have a double mastectomy after breast cancer, or, you know, during her battle with breast cancer. And she wanted to honor her body and remember her body the way it was before her surgery. That is significant. That is way more than just taking pretty pictures and having a good time. So when I position my work as something that valuable, then it makes it so much easier to charge more money for it, and people will happily do it. So charge what you're worth and tell people why it's actually valuable. So there you go. Those are my 3 ways to not start a business in 2023. Do not stretch yourself so thin that you burn out. Do not chase vanity metrics that don't actually grow your business. And do not undervalue what you do. Charge what you're worth and tell people why you're actually worth it in ways that matter to them. So check out that other video I mentioned, the how to grow your photography business in 2023. And if you're like, that's cool, Mike, but how do I just get good at business and learn all this stuff right away? Well, I'm glad you asked. You can subscribe to this channel and head to boudoirguild.com and pick up the Business Mastery course where I walk you through all of that stuff. It's the time management, it's the mindset work, it's everything you're going to need to do to build the foundation to actually run a profitable business. And if you're like, I don't need the mindset stuff, I just need to know lighting, you need the mindset work. Everyone who does mindset work will tell you that that is the most important, that is the foundational aspect of everything in business. Because if you don't know how to think about the information, knowing what to think will not serve you. I 1000% guarantee it. So if you have any questions about it, post them in the comments below. I'd love to get your feedback on that. You are amazing. See you inside.